Good morning, everybody. I got everything set up here a little bit, ready to go. Um, think, Thanks to a uh, person watching my YouTube channel, ever so briefly, I have now learned to get things set up before I turn on the camera. So we can jump right into it. I've got a picture of my buddy on the screen next to me, and we're going to paint him in. The last time we met, I wanted to fix these glasses. So start with what you know. That's what I like to do. So I'm going to grab this little brush here. I'm going to grab some black ink, and we're going to fix these glasses. Good morning, whoever's watching me. I'm doing this again with my phone, so I can't watch the chat, and my reference picture is on my computer. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm just going to make these glasses a little bit bigger. I didn't like the way they looked last week, but I didn't get to fix them. So if you are watching, please give me a thumbs up and comment down below so I'll know you were here. I'm just gonna work on this portrait a little bit more with this crappy brush. Let me see if I got a better brush. That brush I was using, check this out, has got like, can you see it? There it is. Got some awful hairs sticking out. Needs a haircut. Needs to be thrown away. Something like that. So we're gonna fix these glasses. I didn't expect to spend 3 weeks on this picture. The truth of the matter is I didn't really spend 3 weeks. I spent maybe 4 hours, or today will be 4 hours. The first week I think I did an hour and some minutes long, and the second week I did about, I don't know, it was less than an hour. And then today, and I hadn't done anything on it since, I didn't work on it during the week. I'm not sure if I'm fixing these glasses or messing these glasses up. I think I paint too small, or like this is too small for this level of perfection I'm trying to achieve. I love these inks. They're acrylic. They're real smooth. They're plenty opaque. It's kind of strange. Like they're perfect. They're not so opaque that they can't be transparent when you want them to be, and they're not so transparent that it takes you 1,000 coats to cover something up. Especially if you remember to shake them up. This ink right here that I'm using, this skinny bottle, is Bombay Black. Dr. P.H. Martin's Bombay Black India ink. And this is good stuff. I'm pretty sure it's still acrylic. It says India ink, but it really feels more like acrylic. I don't know enough about it to argue that point. All I know is I like them, and they seem to work even with these FW acrylic inks. So if you're curious about what I'm using, that's what I'm using. And this is a mixture of different colors. Actually, I think this is the straight Bombay India ink. But this is a mixture of the different FW acrylic inks that I use to make a skin tone. And they do separate, so you have to mix them up. And this was like my base for my skin tone. So sometimes I have to add white or add black or add, not black, sepia or something to make it darker. Look how that covered up, just like perfect, I think. That may try a little bit more transparent. And I might have to go over it again. But it just like kind of looked good instantly, didn't it? And I don't mean to brag there. I mean, maybe it doesn't look good. Hope you can hear me. I hope everything's on the video. So the guy that I'm drawing a picture of here is a coworker and friend. And when I say coworker, for those of y'all that don't know, I teach art at a local high school. And so of course he teaches art in that same high school. And we share a closet, like our rooms are joined by a closet. Adjoined? Conjoined? How do you say that? I don't know. Anyway, so we're pretty good buddies. Really good buddies. And he, well, anytime we're doing a picture or a project with our classes that they do portraits or self-portraits or anything like that, I usually draw him and he usually draws me. Or I usually paint him and he usually paints me. So we got like this whole little self-admiration thing, or not self-admiration, mutual admiration thing going on. And he's got a bunch of pictures of me, and I've probably got about as many of him. I got some dried flakes of the paint on here, so I'm gonna put this. So I got some white paint on my brush. And I don't know if you can see the little, yeah, you can see the little mixing tray right there. So I'm put this a little bit of white right here. That paint in there that's already in there is dry. Grab a little bit of the skin tone, and I can mix it with that. And then I can go back and I can fix things that need fixing. Cover up things that need covering up. I just felt like this was a little too pasty right here. So I'm not sure if you have, obviously not sure if you've watched my other videos recently, but one of the videos was about Inktober and what I learned from it. I'm going to kind of repeat that for you a little bit right here. Um, One of the things that I learned was that it was easier for me to rely on the prompts a little bit. Right, hold on a second. I've got a special red here somewhere. I think this is it. That might not be what I want to use. That's not what I want to use. I'm going to try not violet, not turquoise, but blue. So anyway, I was cranking stuff out for Inktober. I didn't do one every day, but I did. I'm just kind of popping the bubbles. Sometimes I'm blowing it. Pop some of those bubbles. Anyway, so I didn't do an Inktober every day, but I did all of the Inktovers, and I caught up with a lot of them. And it just got me to thinking about how well the prompts work for me. So, like, struggling to come up with an idea as an artist is, obviously something all artists, or most artists, struggle with. And so I kind of, this is not the color I want right here. This is, I'm trying to do two things at one time. Two things at one time. Talk to you and mix up this color. And I'm not sure if I should do that. I think I need a darker. So I mixed up a darker skin tone here. See how much darker it is there? And I'm going to mix it over here with just a little bit of blue to make a shadow. Alright, so anyway, long story short, trying to make a long story short, I figured out that those prompts were extremely helpful for me. They gave me something to think about. A starting point, a catalyst. Okay, now this looks really, really blue, so this is going to be an exciting adventure right here. This is an experiment. If this doesn't work, I'll paint over it. So I'm making myself a list of prompts for the year, and I have come up with about 48 or 49 maybe prompts. And so now I'm just mixing. I'm going to get rid of some of this blue, because this blue is plenty wet. And I'm going to take this lighter skin tone that I used right here. Nope, you know what? I used this one over here. I'm going to use this lighter skin tone to sort of mix into this blue. Wet on wet, sort of. Want this blue to fade out. So I've come up with about 49 or so words. I'm going to come up with some more. I'm not done with my list. And I'm going to try and do like a prompt a week. I'm not starting real soon. I think I might start in January. I might start earlier, but my goal is to start in January. And if I can start in January, I'll hopefully have one per week that I'm doing. And these are aside from Inktober. And and the reason I say one a week is because I want to do like a real painting, not just a quick Inktober sketch, but like a real painting. I didn't leave enough there to blend. Whoopsie. There we go. So this is just the shadow from his head onto his shirt. So anyway, long story short, be paying attention to this coming year and watch me crank out a few paintings in my new series, which doesn't really have a name. The words that I chose mostly because they had multiple meanings or multiple avenues that I could take. And set these over here. And so my plan is to do like a real painting, like complete with like subject matter, background, foreground, symbolism, metaphor, you name it. I'm gonna try and do some real work for a change. I haven't done this in a while. I was cranking out some paintings about 10 years ago. I was cranking out stuff. I was pretty excited about what I was doing. Let's use this skinny brush. And I was pretty happy about it. And then life happened, and during the course of that life stuff, I kind of shut down shop. And I only did art for school, for students, and a little bit on the side kind of for fun. And then eventually for YouTube videos, which I hope y'all are watching and I hope y'all enjoy. Please feel free to critique any of them. Like watch them, leave a comment in the comment section that I can learn from you about what I should do and what I shouldn't do. What you like and what you don't like. Because I mean, like, seriously, this lady, I don't know if it was a lady or not, this person commented about how they came to my channel to learn how to use water-soluble oils and didn't like watching me set up for the first 30 minutes. And dude, that resonated with me. I was like, oh, well, let me fix that. And so I started setting up ahead of time. Of course, now I'm not doing water-soluble oils right now. But so this painting that I'm working on right here is essentially practice. Trying to not stop and get better before I start my new series that I was just telling y'all about based on some prompts. I'll give you an idea of what some of these words are. The words that I'm using for my upcoming series, I won't tell you all of them right now because I don't know them all and I don't have them in front of me, but the first one is potential. The word is potential. And honestly, I didn't come up with it because I knew what I was going to do. I came up with the word hoping it would help me think of something to do. And so I will be brainstorming about the word potential. If y'all have any suggestions, you can leave them in the comments down below. Maybe I will use your suggestion in my brainstorming and you can see how it turned out. That might be kind of fun. His collar is turned up funny. Like he got ironed, curled up. And there's a glare on my computer, so it's hard to see what I'm supposed to be doing. I just wanted a little bit of shadow. And a little bit more shadow. What are you working on that you're excited about? What do you got going on? Tell me in the comments down below. So again, if you weren't here for the beginning, I was telling everybody that I don't have a way of looking at the chat right now or the comments. I hope the comments are on. Last week the comments weren't even on. And I missed getting comments from people. Actually, this shirt he's wearing is a little grayer than I currently have right here. So let's gray it down a little bit. And I'm going to do that just by making a watered down black. I want the shirt to show through. I mean, all the colors, the blue, the blue that I did. I want it to show through, and maybe some of that shadowing that I just did, which is not really meant to be the end of it, I don't think. So, let's see. I have no scrap paper. Alright, we'll try it out. You know how they tell you on the can of the paint, try it out in a inconspicuous location and see if it does what you want it to do. It doesn't do what I want it to do, so let's add some more water. That'll probably be alright. Let's find out. The worst that can happen is that I have to redo it. So That's really it's really watered down and really transparent. And it looks like I got a lot of fingerprints, a lot of oils on here, so we're going to scrub it in a little bit. I just want to give the shirt a little texture and a little kind of gray it down like it is in the picture. It's a little bright, you know. So this is, I don't know, probably not the most professional way to do it. I'm learning. I'm just experimenting. If this works, great. If not, we'll paint over it. I know enough about art to tell you that if it don't work, you can paint over it. I should know a whole lot more about art. I went to college for it, right? But I've spent the last 22 years teaching the basics. And let's gray down this shadow right here a little bit too. Covered up that white line I had. I'm not sure if I wanted to. There we go. There we go. Look at that. That's what I'm telling you. This paint is so flexible. You can put it on in thick, opaque swatches, reasonably thick for, you know, a real liquidy ink, and then also really transparent. This is awesome. Appreciate the thumbs up. Appreciate y'all watching. 27 minutes of me rambling on. Alright, we're gonna focus on the beard and hair a little. See what we can't make happen in his hair. I don't want it to be like totally realistic or anything, but I also don't want it to look like I just threw some ink on there and didn't do anything else to it. So we're going to take this little pinpoint. Actually, I want to. Where's my sepia? I just had it a second ago. Oh, there it is. Appreciate the thumbs up. I can glance up at my phone every now and then and see a little, I can see the number of people watching and the number of likes. Thanks for watching. Let's all right. So I'm just going to take a little sepia for some of the dark areas up here. Maybe. So this is just to give it some texture that's a little bit more interesting than the underpainting that I had. I'm not hitting every line or every shadow just right. Although I am looking at the photograph and trying to kind of symbolize what I see there the most. Cover up some of these white spots. Give it some flow. I'm going to come back with some white in just a minute and give it some highlights because his hair is beautiful and shiny. I don't know. Can you even see what I got going on there? I wish my camera would zoom in. I can focus it. I can't zoom it. Ooh, it's getting warm. If it shuts down on you guys, sorry. I'll see you next week. Sometimes my camera shuts down when it gets too hot. All right, something else I want to do is I want to use some of this blue that I made down here for up here underneath his hairline. It actually helps to look in the camera at my picture to see what I don't mean for those three to look exactly the same. There we go. Oh, you know what else? Let's put some of that same blue right here. Might not be quite dark enough. So something that's kind of important to notice whenever you're painting or drawing is ask yourself, where are these shadows coming from and where are they going? This shadow right here actually goes, from his glasses and from that little, from the stem of his glasses down and then back up and across his whole eyelid right here. And then down into his eye and over. I don't know if that makes him look silly or not, but that's what was going on. Let me drag that closer. Oh, I kind of like it. Let's do the same thing right here. Just a little blue in here. Now, I could be totally wrong. Let me know down in the comments below if this looks ridiculous. But the idea is a little bit of blue in the shadow is just kind of prettier, and it contrasts with the skin color a little bit better. And I'm telling you all this from a colorblind person standpoint. If you've just started watching, if you've just tuned in, please give me a thumbs up. Stick around, see what I mess up next. Wait, I see something. So, put a little bit more red, and then a little bit more blue, a little bit more skin tone. Got rid of all my blue. I'm going to make his ear a little bit bigger over here, so I'm going to put shadow where there is no ear, and then I'll put the rest of his ear up in a moment. Alright, so now I'm going to go back to my skin tone, grab a little bit of it, and put a little bit of color. I don't know what kind. No, maybe not. Oh, well, yeah, I know what I'll do. Just a little bit of highlight on this button. Not that much highlight. Also going to put a little edge on the glasses. I don't know. I don't really feel like I want to spend a whole lot more time on this picture. It's not finished, but it looks good for me for now. I am going to do a little bit more here. He's got some white streaks in his beard. He's got some white hairs. Let's add a few of those. You know what? We probably do it with got this one curly one right there. This pen is really not fine enough. But it's the finest pen I got. He has a combination of wavy hairs that follow each other and straight hairs. Just a few here and there. I also think the key to beards and hair, if you're more experienced artist, let me know. But like layering it, so like I just hit some of the white highlights, but there are also some dark hairs that are prominent. And so you can make some of those prominent hairs go over some of the white hairs. So I've been watching a bunch of different artists lately and how they work, and it's just kind of amazing how they have an eye for this sort of thing, right? They put this stroke, like I'm making all these different strokes, and I'm not sure if they're going in the right place or not. But I think, and I'm not sure if I'm using the right color or the right technique. I'm just not sure. There's a lot of not sure in my head right now. So one of the things though that I think this is my theory is that all of that um, confidence that they exude in their paintings is part of two things. One, lots of practice. They've been practicing and practicing and practicing. And so they have developed a lot more confidence over the years because they've made a lot of mistakes and they've done a lot of successful things. And so they are just taking that combination of things and they are looking confident. They're taking that the combination of successes and failures, and they're just looking really confident. So the only way that I can get better at this is to make a bunch of mistakes. Probably my the craziest thing about me is I'm doing it all on YouTube. Anyway, so the hope is that one day I'll exude the same amount of confidence and actually be getting it right as well, of course. Let's put some white in his hair. Here's a crazy question for me. How do you know the difference between white in the hair? Oh, oh man, I'm dipping color in my white paint. Oh. How do you know the difference between white old man gray hair and highlights on the hair? I'm not sure how I know or how you can tell, but I actually sort of like the way it looks. Whatever it is I'm doing here, I kind of like it. No, let's not overdo it. Just a little. Just a dab will do you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think that I've done everything I want to this painting. Now, I could be wrong. I may look at it in the court. Oh, you know what? That's not all. No, something else I want to do. Always something else needs to be done, right? Well, I was reading about the Mona Lisa. Leonardo da Vinci worked on the Mona Lisa for like 4 years, and then worked on it. I don't know why they say that, but like the research said he worked on it for 4 years, and then he worked on it for 3 more after that. I'm like, why don't you just say he worked on it for 7 years? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna hit the background up a little bit more. So it's got like this sheen, and there's a couple of holes in my paint. This is graphite. I also used it for his eyes. You know what? I might could do some more on his eyes. Maybe. But anyway, so I'm going to hit some of these holes, cover them up. I actually want to cover up some of these white spaces on the edge of his head too. I'm just basically putting a second coat on here as well. I mean, like, the most of this was covered up pretty good, but just to make sure, I'm just gonna give it a second coat. Every time I try and paint and do a YouTube video where I talk during the video, like these live sessions, I channel the spirit of William Shatner. I start talking, pause, all of my YouTube videos are a tribute to William Shatner. Google William Shatner. Also, Google, now you know there's, every time I think I'm done, I'm like, nope, I need to do this. Nope, I need to do that. Nope, let's add this to it. So ladies and gentlemen, this was more or less practice. I'm hoping to get better. I'm honing my craft. I am fixing things. I am improving. I hope. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about it. Is there something else here that you feel like absolutely must be done in order for this to be a complete picture? Or what? Yeah, let me know in the comments. Should there be something else done to it? Like, can I give it to the guy looking just like it is, or do I really need to do something else to it? Is it ready to give? So he's a friend of mine, and I don't know what I'm going to do with the painting, really. So I may just give it to him. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I'm done. No more. Finished. Complete. Let's give you a closer look. What would you do? What would you fix? What do you like about it? Kind of don't like this part of it, the shadow on his hair, but I'm not going to touch it right now anyway. Let me know. What do you think about the shadow under his hair? What do you think about his hair? What do you think about his beard? What do you think about his nose? You want to see the picture that I've been using this whole time? Wait a minute, let me move stuff out of the way. Here is, I don't know if I can bring it over here. I'm sure there's lots of mistakes, but what do you think? Tell me in the comments down below. Like it? Hate it? Want me to do one of you? I'm not taking, well, I'm taking commissions, I guess, but obviously I can't do all of them, can't get to all of them if there's like an influx. So if you want me to do one of you, send me a picture and we'll talk. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Come back next Saturday.